6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Up, up, up to the sky. All right, down. All right, let's go this way. 1, you follow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Let's go for a dancing exercise a bit. Aerobics. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. All right, hop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, your legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can jump. You jump. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now we're taking our legs to the back. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The next hand, we are taking the right knee, your left knee, to your right elbow. This way, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. Now your left hand, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, the next hand, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's double it up again. 1, 2. So now we go on high knees. So you bring your knees up, up, up higher. Your knees up. Come on, let's go. You can do it. Come on, faster, faster. All right, okay. Let's bring it out a bit. You make sure you are not holding your breath. You breathe in, you breathe out. You don't hold it. You breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. Okay, let's push forward. Your left legs at the front. So now you push. You push. You push with all your power. You push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, change. All right, let's push again. 1, 2, 3, push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so okay. All right, the two hands at the waist. You go, thank you. You go, you go, you go. Now we count. Last hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's take it up. When you warm up, we got to warm down. The two hands up, up. Okay, right there, we are taking deep breaths in, out. How was that? All right, the hands by the side. The two hands up. All right, deep in and down. Okay, now you hold your waist there. So now you push your out. Now the palm at the knee. You look up, you don't look down. You look up. Okay, now you take your breath in, out. Deep in, out. All right, the two hands up. Remember, it's a new year, and how you start it will determine how you are going to end it. It's another year. It is your darling program, Spring the Lights, on your darling TV, White Sound Spring Television. We want you to go with us in the new year, 2024. We want you to do it. We want us to do it again. Let's do it together. You're welcome to the new year, 2024. I will pray that this year will be a good year for me and you. All right, up again, up to the sky. You make sure you are standing on your toes. We are taking it higher, higher, up there, up higher, up higher. I remain your regular host, TJ and you, from DJ and you, Jim. Make sure you join us next Saturday again. Let's do it together. It is your program. It is your program. Spring the lights on your darling station, West and Spring. West and Spring Television. When you warm up, you warm down. We warm up and then we're bringing it down a bit. You stretch it out. Okay, now you go to your rope. You stretch to the rope. You stretch to the rope. You stretch. You go with all your power. My sister, you go with all your power. Thank you. Thank you. You go with all your power. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Nice one out there. It's a good one. It's a good one. That's a good one. All right, spin the lights in the show. See you next week.
Hey, beautiful morning.
It's good morning, Ajibs.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I mean, you're wearing like a touch of red here. What color is this?
Wine.
Okay,
Burgundy, some people would say.
it's synonymous to like it falls under the red category, right? Does it?
We can say that.
We can actually say that. Some people don't like wearing red. They just feel like they want to go with the touch of red. I decided to do a touch of white. Let us celebrate the season of Valentine. So, how was your Valentine? How did it go yesterday?
Well,
did anything special happen?
For me, well, aside from doing what I love, baking.
Okay.
It was filled with baking. I had orders, and then I had to really go all out. But then, I still felt, yes, I was actually celebrating, because when you're baking around that time,
okay,
it is fulfilling some people's expression of love. So it's just beautiful.
I like the sound of that. Okay, beautiful morning to you, our dear viewers at home. How are you doing? It is a beautiful Saturday morning, a day after St. Valentine's Day celebration. Welcome to Spring Delight, and you're tuning to Western Spring Television 190 DTT. Of course, my name is Ajibike Anjorin Ojo. Ajijola.
I love Saturdays, Jubes. I love Saturdays.
Tell me about your Saturdays.
Well, I just love the fact that
it's a weekend.
Exactly. And it just somehow relaxes you. It's just, that feeling you get when the pie is restored. That's kind of feeling. You just know things are different.
I understand. I look forward to my television show.
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel like I still have to get up on my Saturday morning when I need to be in bed. But I mean, it is what we do, we are proud about it. And it is actually a Valentine edition on Spring Delight. Yesterday the world was celebrating St. Valentine's Day, and deep within me, I kind of feel a little bit sad, because it almost feels like we have lost touch of what Valentine is all about. But I'm not here to be all mopey. When bringing our guests on board, we're going to be asking them questions on what they feel St. Valentine should be all about. Of course, we have a lot of activities outlined for you today. I hope you had a good time watching the aerobic session with us. This is where we let you to exercise there at the comfort of your home. Trust me, when you take in a whole lot inside you, you got to burn out those calories.
Yeah.
The best way you can take care of your body is by exercising.
Yes.
And of course, we have the celebrated birthdays and today in history. Ajijola, do you look forward to our guests?
Yes, I do.
I mean, you are like the newbie here. I mean, over like the 2 weeks we've run it, what have you experienced? What are your gains when we bring our guests on board?
Well, the first edition that I featured, I think I learned a great deal. It was really an eye-opener for me, because
remember we spoke about the fallen heroes.
Exactly, and it's been celebratory
all along. Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Celebratory, and then the next one is just about learning, part of our culture.
Yes,
really, and how we exhibit it. But, dear viewer, thank you for joining us today. My name is Temitope Ajijola Oluwaola.
Yes, and today we have our regulars all outlined for you. Well, like I said, we're going to be having our Today in History and our celebrated birthday. So if your birthday was in the course of the week, just know it of a fact that from the stables of Western Spring Television and here on Spring Delight, we are wishing you a merry, happy birthday. And of course, we're going to go through Today in History. Once upon a time, something has happened in our dear nation, and we are here to keep you in the know. Don't go nowhere. When we come back, our guest will be well seated. Be right back.
Omosun Oloyede Felix. I'm from Osun State. I hold BSc with honors in economics from the prestigious OOU, Olabisi Onabanjo University. I process chicken. I make chicken available for everyone. The process is that from the farm, it starts from the farm, we take it to the processing plants. Through the help of our state-of-the-art equipment, we process chicken in an hygienic way to make sure that good protein, because chicken is one of the best meats. Chicken is available for Nigerians, and I've been doing this for the past 14 years, precisely December 2010. That was when I started this business. Actually, before I started chicken processing, I've been into some other agro businesses, but chicken business caught my attention in December 2010 because I've been doing so many business, but this business is one that I have passion for. Even after the closing hour, I will not even want to go home because I enjoy doing that business. It's not of a stress to me, it's what I have passion for. And whenever I see people around that works with me, I see that, okay, I'm creating jobs, I'm solving Nigeria unemployment problem. I see that I'm adding value to life. So that has been keeping me going in the last 14 years. The challenges I am facing in this chicken processing business, the major one is high cost of power, high cost of electricity, because one of our major costs is diesel and also electricity. Switching to Bandi has actually tell on our income, because a large chunk of our income goes into power, both diesel and electricity. And also the other challenges is the inflation, generally, as we are witnessing in Nigeria presently. The issue of inflation, high cost of inputs, especially maize, because chicken feed is about 70% of our total cost of production, and maize is also the larger part of chicken feed. Maize cost is on the high now, so is what we have been facing for a very long time now. Chicken, as a notable protein in Nigeria, has a very long value chain, starting from the farm. We buy our day-old chicks, we give them feed for certain times, and after those birds has mature, minimum weight to slaughter is 2 kg. Our drivers, our agile drivers, they go to farm with our transport cage into our trucks. They go to the farm, bring those birds to the processing plant, whereby we come in, because those farmers, they are also part of us, but is a separate department. When it gets to the factory, we offload it, we weigh them, know how big they are, and we hang them on our chains, our moving chains, and we have what we call stunner. That stunner, they will go through the stunner. That one, we shock them to make sure that they did not feel the pain of death. So it will make them unconscious. When they are unconscious, our staff will now, the butcher will now cut the head. When they cut the head, the blood will come out, because a good chicken must not have blood after being processed. So they will remove all the blood, and from them it will go into another machine that will remove, that will boil it, it will parboil it, make the feather soft, before going into the defeathering machine that will remove all the feathers, and then go to the cutter that will cut it into various sizes. And after that, it go to the packaging sector. The packaging section, we package it into our nylon and put it in the blast freezers. We have state-of-the-art cold rooms and blast that will make it preserve, hard frozen, to take it to anywhere in the country. And we have a fleet of cooling vans that take them either to Port Harcourt, Abuja, Lagos, everywhere. And it's a pride that in Osun we are feeding the nation. What I love about this business I'm doing is that it makes me touch life. It makes me give healthy meal to Nigerians. It made me solve the unemployment of Nigerians. Amosun Oloyede Felix is my name. I process over 4,000 birds per day. Chicken processing is my work and is my pride.
Okay, welcome back. Of course, it is still Spring Delight on Western Spring Television 190 DTT. You heard what he said. The Ritz's chicken. He said,
chicken processing is my work and my pride. I love that.
Like that just took me out of it. So what are we going to say? Talking
for a living is our pride.
No, why are people talking for a living? You know, it's like you're just talking like not
no. Meaningful conversation.
Okay, so double shout out to all the birthday celebrants. To me of the land, Kabisi, happy birthday to you. And KS1 Malaika, happy birthday to you.
And our very own Leko Akindoju, the chief editor right here.
Yeah.
That was also his birthday on the 12th of February. We celebrate you all. We see you. We know your contributions to the society at large. And we really say that we celebrate you on the show. And we love you. And we want you to keep the flag flying. All right, so that was celebrating birthdays. And then right now it is, we had My Work, My Pride. And right here, we're about to move to the first leg of the show right here with our first guest in the studios with us this morning. Pastor Kayode Alaka right here in the studios with us is a video editor and producer right here in the studios with us.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys. You guys are doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
I want to say this is not really my first time on this show, but this is my first time on
the scene,
on set,
as a guest.
As a guest.
Normally you walk behind the camera. He does all, as in he packages us together to making us to give you a beautiful show. But today,
of course, this is my first time as a guest.
Your first time as a guest, and of course, he is celebrating the Valentine because he is birthing love out to the nation. You are giving back one way or the other. Now let us talk about Valentines. I mean, we celebrated Valentine's yesterday. What is Valentine? What does Valentine mean to you personally?
You know, for some of us, we are not that Gen Z. We are out of that Gen Z generation. So the perspective of Valentine for some of us might be different.
Okay.
From what they are. You know, these days people tend to believe that Valentine is all about the romantic.
Well, actually, it's about romantic love, friendship, and then Christian.
Why am I not seeing it from that perspective?
But for some of us, by the grace of God, I'm a pastor. And for some of us, we see it beyond that.
Beyond that.
The Bible says, "For God so loved the world that He gave.
His only
He gave us His only begotten Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, and that is the greatest love. That is the greatest of all love. You know, this surpasses any kind of love, be it romantic, be it whatever. You know, because this is indeed a selfless love.
Yes, nobody can do that.
And that's what Valentine actually means to me. The selflessness of the giving of our Lord Jesus Christ. You know, in surrendering himself to be sacrificed. Because he had the power to actually reject, to be sacrificed. But, he surrendered himself. He allowed the will of the Father to take place. And to me, that is what Valentine means to me. I don't know much about the story of Saint Valentine, but I know much about the story of the Lord Jesus Christ.
It actually came, it was birthed from also giving, legend has it that Saint Valentine's was in jail.
Yes.
And then he was sending letter to his jailer's daughter.
No, there was a particular part where she was blind.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
So he sent letter signed from your Valentine to his jailer's daughter, and then she was actually blind before,
And he
but he
prayed.
healed her.
Yes.
And so that is also about giving.
That is a selfless love.
Exactly.
Selfless
Well,
Do we still have selfless love?
Yes,
Do people still show selfless
For
love
me,
in this
but
time
I
and
think
era we have
some
now?
of these things, I think we should speak specifically to ourselves. And when it comes to, giving selflessly. And I think I remember telling my wife that one day, I was actually in a bus. I was going to my place, or I was still living in Lagos, and I was going to my studio in Lagos, and I entered the the vehicle, and somebody seated next to me was telling me that, look, sir, please, I don't have transport fare. I only just had to enter this bus because
Out of faith.
I had to be at this. Probably was going for a job interview or something, and I just had to be there. I don't have transport fare. And funny enough, myself, I don't have beyond my transport fare.
Oh my goodness.
So what I did was, I called the conductor and said, conductor, over, I had to come down. So I gave my transport fare
To him.
Wow.
I gave it to him to pay for his transport fare. I came down from the bus
Empty.
and I
And
trekked
went back.
To
to
your
my
Your
office,
distance.
almost 1 hour distance from that place. I trekked from that place to my office.
Wow.
Before this story, I was actually going to ask you, what is one selfless thing you did in recent time? And that is really,
That
wow.
is really selfless.
I mean, really.
So I had to trek down to the office. When I was telling people, they were like, are you foolish? Are you stupid? What's your own?
I don't see
And,
it as
But
that.
I don't see that. I had to, because I knew he has to get to that particular place. Probably was going for a job interview. I was going to my own studio. I could get there at any time. When I get to the office, I could put on the AC, relax, and get off it. And but that guy might just lose a job.
Yeah.
So I felt the best way for me to go is to to give up my transport.
I'm going to relate the story to, tithing. And when people come out to say that, they feel that when you give your tithes, one pastor somewhere is going to, in quotes, eat your tithe and all of that. And then one particular pastor says, okay, you know the address of God. Why don't you give your tithe to God?
Directly.
Yeah. But talking about selfless love, which is what we are, the topic before us today.
Yeah.
How do you, apart from what you did, the very obvious one, what other ways do you think that as humans, let's not base it as Christians now, as humans, how do we begin in society, anywhere we are, at our places of work, in church, how do we begin? Because selfless love is really dying.
Yeah,
people,
it is.
people want to gain something, the leverage on one thing, in any relation. So how do we begin to show selfless love? What are the things?
Love actually is giving. There's no love without giving. You have to give your time. You have to give your emotions. You have to give everything that you had. We've seen people that have been into a relationship and they are giving all. In fact, we've seen somebody that had a PhD and he gave it all, to be with the family. There was a time, I think Shola Shobawale, being a very popular
Actress.
thespian, and at that peak. But she said, look, the daughters, the children, they're in UK. They needed her presence. They needed her motherly presence and everything. And she had to just, relinquish everything that she had here in Nigeria, move to the UK with the children. She became a cleaner.
Just so she could be closer to the children.
She became a cleaner. She was,
Menial
doing
jobs.
menial jobs, and it's not to raise the children, but to be closer to them, because the children needed her at that particular time. It's giving. Now, what she has given is her time. What she has given is a career. What she has given is everything that means everything to her. And that is love. That is the essence of love. Because when you say you are in love and you cannot give, I wonder how you want to qualify the kind of love that
you have.
You are in love with someone. You are in love with something, and you cannot give all that you have.
In marriages today, or in
Oh Lord, are you really going to go down that line?
in marriages and relationships, you find that people just, when something is not serving them, to just walk away all of that.
Walk away.
Are you saying that selfless love is not, resident in those families and in those marriages?
Like this one.
We have peculiar cases anyway.
Okay.
Nobody's saying that anybody should stay in a toxic marriage, where your life is threatened, where you're about to lose your life. But you know, we've seen people walk away from marriage because the husband fell sick, and they said, "Look,
I can't do
this no more."
Yeah.
You know, because the guy fell sick or the wife fell sick. I think about the story of a woman that ran mad. She ran mad, and the woman ran, you know, but the only thing that could calm her down is the presence
of a husband.
Of the husband.
Oh my goodness!
So the husband decided to leave everything, even his job, to go stay with her in the hospital, so that she can regain back her memory and she can be whole again. And you know, he did it for, you know, years until the wife eventually got healed. That is selfless.
That is actually selfless.
Do you understand? So when you say you love something and out of any little challenge you are ready to walk away, little challenge, or even call it big challenge, like somebody is very sick and you are ready to walk away. Somebody is going through one crisis or the other, you are ready to walk away. You are not really demonstrating the love. That's why, you know, in church, when we join in couples together, there is this oath that they take. And the oath says, for better, for worse, in sickness,
and
in health, in riches and in poverty. You know, so, but you see that some people have taken that angle out and they said, for better,
for stay,
for
worse, for go. Yeah, I mean, I tell you.
So you now realize that what is the love that we are practicing? So it is only for better, for stay, and out of any, if the guy loses his job, you are ready to walk. If the wife loses her face, maybe she had an accident. A very beautiful lady before, she had an accident.
She's got a scar.
She had a scar on her face.
Or disability.
And you are ready to move. It shows that you are only married to the face in the first instance, or you are married to the job in the first instance.
You got a house because of the paint.
You understand? So I think
a lot of people could have been selfless. A lot of people have abused it too. So would you blame anybody who has been abused before and just decided, I just want to do things for myself alone? It doesn't mean I don't wish you well, but I might not be able to go out of my way. I might not be able to go all selfless for anyone anymore. Does that make such a person a bad person?
No, I'm trying to remember a particular biblical quote that says, while we are yet sinners, Christ died for us. You see? While we were yet sinners, he died for us. Now, this simply shows that, you know, he died for us irrespective of our sins. There was a particular portion in the Bible. Sorry, I'm taking you a lot of time.
No, it's fine.
Where they were saying that, look, how many times should your brother offend you and you get mad? You understand?
Okay.
And, you know, people are like, wow, if he offends me 7 times, yeah, I've tried. I've forgiven him 7 times. After 7 times, I can't take it again. You know, and he actually said, look, the truthful answer is 70 times 7 times. So how do you begin to count? So you offended me today, first time, and you know we are still going to 70 times 7 times. You know, by the time you get to like 10 counts,
you're gonna lose count.
You have already lost count.
So I just keep forgiving you over and over
again. Just forget about it. Just forgive her. I was telling somebody recently about a younger sister of mine. I said, look, I know her, and I know what she can do, but I have already forgiven her even before she did it. So I cannot get offended by any of her actions. Do you understand? So the fact that, look, you have, you know, forgiven somebody before, or that person keeps going back to it, does not stop you as humans, because we are also work in progress. God keeps working on us. We are not perfect. He keeps working on us. We fall, he brings us up. We fall, he brings us up severally until the very end. So I think demonstrating selfless love does not stop because the person keeps going back.
Okay.
Well, yesterday, let's go back to Valentine's now. Yesterday was Val, and then we have several young people today because of the misconceptions around, you know, what Valentine's is. It's actually about, you know, love and all that. But what are the ways, the right ways to celebrate love or to show love, and what are the wrong ways to show love?
The right way, as I have said, number 1 is giving. So giving in different essence. You know that a text message is giving. You know, I got something last year, I think from you. I later found out. Because I was wondering the way they wrote it and said, Mr. Pastor, I was like, it could be so person.
Okay.
So I took my time to find out before I eventually got it. But it really made my day. Not even the food. I gave the food out. You know, but it was the text.
Those little things.
The text, the write-ups on it. It really got me. I never. There was a time in my former church in Lagos, and I was doing my, what do we call it? My wedding night. We don't call it bachelor eve in the church. We call it probably spinster's night or something. So they invited me, and it was, my wedding was the next day, so they were doing that stuff. So people are coming out to give testimonies about myself and my wife to be and stuff. So a particular woman came up and said, Pastor K. He said, this thing that I'm about to say might not make sense to some other people. But this really means a lot to me. And what was that? He said, do you know that it is only Pastor K in this church that will always ask me about my husband, my children, how are they feeling? I hope they are fine. He said, she said she always looks forward
to see
me.
So you can
because
ask her
I can
again.
always ask her, I say, Madam, and I was just doing that even without.
Normal thing.
So, like, Madam, how are you? How are my children? I hope they are fine. How is their school? Hope everything is okay. God bless you. That little thing. But it meant
so much to her.
So the right way of giving, the right way of showing love is actually giving. Giving in a lot of sense. It could be through text messages. Somebody was talking about saying something yesterday about giving of boxers, giving of
singlets.
Yeah. They see it as the only way of showing love on Valentine. No, it goes beyond that. Although it is also part of it, but it goes beyond that. How can I buy? Someone said, how can I give you a car as a Valentine
and you buy me a singlet? How? Does it matter?
What is the correct? Can you measure at what scale?
I don't think it's supposed to be measured.
Do you understand? So I think it's actually the value
and the thoughts
of what you are giving. So I think that is the right way of showing love. The wrong way of showing love is the misconception that you spoke about. The misconception is the wrong way of the only way of showing love is that look, you have to sleep with me to show love. If you know you love me, then you have to.
I mean, some men actually say that.
They say that
you have to.
You
have to get down with you.
If you know you love me, you have to get down.
You can gain things from me.
And you begin to. And a lot of ladies are falling for this. It's the wrong way of showing love. The wrong way of showing love is probably sharing condoms on social media like this. Although
why you're sharing it?
So
what are you promoting?
So you are preempting or you are promoting,
immorality.
It's not like that, but it's kind of course.
Yes, it's kind of.
So it's the wrong way of showing love. The wrong way of showing love is so that you can gain something from the person. So you don't show love to somebody that is so caring to you around you, but you want to go and show love to somebody that is rich.
So you can for the games.
On the Valentine, they just send the text. Good morning, sir. Happy Valentine. Wonderful day to you. This. And they say, oh, thank you for remembering me. Please send me your account. You wanted to do that because of what you want to get from him. It's the wrong way of showing love. I think that is, is exploitative. And that is a lot of stuff that we have around us. A lot of people will even give ladies gift that yesterday.
Yeah.
Because of they want to get down with them.
Yeah.
It's the wrong way of showing love.
Yeah.
They have an ulterior motive, behind this showing love.
Okay, I want to go to what you're wearing on your t-shirt right now. I can see Osun Gospel Music Award and Concert.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people who are self-made. I mean, not self-made, helped made, and somehow they find it very difficult to give back to the society. A lot of people just huddle up whatever it is that God, because I believe God is the giver of blessings, they just huddle it up inside them. They're not ready to give back. But somehow you came and you're putting together Osun Gospel Music Award and Concert. Pastor Alaka, I need to ask you this. What brought about this idea in you?
Yeah. It came about by the reason of my program. On this TV station, I anchor a TV program called Spring Gospel. It's been over a year now.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, this February, we make it a year officially. I started, presenting that program.
Yes.
And in the course of presenting that program, I've had interactions with a lot of gospel ministers.
Okay.
Gospel artists, people that has given joy to a lot of households, people that has blessed a lot of us and that the only thing that we tell them is God bless you. I've had stories of gospel ministers that goes for big concerts, and when they are going, they tell them God bless you, and they had to walk back home. They could not even afford
to get themselves home.
I've had stories of gospel ministers almost being beaten up by their instrumentalists, by their band, because at the end of the program, the host never gave them a dime, and they don't care about, you know, whatever call of God that you said you have upon your life. They are doing this for business.
They have to get paid.
And if you cannot afford this, they can beat her up. We've had stories of people going to programs, going to churches, and blessing, you know, the entire congregation, and the pastor calling for a special offering and say, wow, this sister has blessed us so much. You have to call for offering. And they called for offering, they gave out offering. The sister was happy. I said, wow, thank God, they're blessing us already. Thousands of money were coming in. And at the end of the day, when the offering session ended, they packed the entire thing and said, sister, please send us your account number. You have to count this, take out your tithe, and send the remaining one to you. And up until today, they got nothing. So we've seen that a lot of times, gospel ministers, despite the huge joy and blessings that they have been to us,
and to people's souls,
the people have really shown them less love. Less love beyond God bless them. Now, we've seen that most of these guys, they have their challenges. Some of them cannot even afford to pay for their singles. Some of them could not even afford to put up a concert together. And they have so much grace of God upon their lives. So from my interaction with them, I said, look, I think the only way out of my talk, I don't have any backup anywhere except God. I said, out of my little income, I can put together something for gospel musicians, especially those that are from Osun State or that lives within Osun State, to celebrate and appreciate them for what they have done for us so far.
So it was from the inception, it was from the program you were able to deduce like our gospel artists are not being celebrated enough.
Yes.
And how has that been? How has that been so far? What responses have you been getting since you opted out for this?
Yes, to the glory of God, you know, in fact, a lot of them really, in fact, I had a call sometimes ago. Somebody called me for 17 minutes. One notable gospel artist called me for 17 minutes just praying for me. He said, how did I even think about this? That nobody has ever, this is the first of its kind in Osun State. This is the first of its kind. The Osun Gospel Music Award and Concert is the first of its kind. It has never been held before. Now that for years we have had great musicians, people like Bola Are, coming out from Osun State, people like Bisi Alawiye, coming out from Osun State, people like Oyindamola Adejumo, Baba Salah's daughter, Olorunmi Montushi, coming out from Osun State. We've had songs that are gone beyond the shore of this country. Coming out from Osun State. You know, can you say, nobody will say we don't know Momobito Tibere, Momobito Bade. Oh yeah, and these guys are coming from Osun State. Olorun Baba Lola. These guys are from Osun State, and nobody has ever thought it, deem it fit to
celebrate.
So the person actually called me, and it was just blessing me, appreciating. And so we've had, a lot of other artists also showing us love. Big Bolaji was speaking to me recently. A lot of people don't even know some of these people are from
Osun State here.
Big Bolaji was like, wow, I really appreciate it. And they are coming around for the show. So far, I've had a tremendous, support from the community, from the gospel musicians themselves. We've had tremendous support from them. And we have also had some people that are, lovers of the gospel, that they are ready and willing to support anything that has to do with the gospel. Also coming in to say, look, how can we get involved? What can we do? And to the glory of God, so far so good. At least we are 90%, up there to cross the line for the show.
With an event of this magnitude, there will surely be needs, special needs, areas that you're looking to. What are those things that you currently still need?
A lot, my dear sisters. For me, this program has already got millions, but I don't know how they were coming in. Somebody just called me this morning and said, Pastor, I just sent it 20K, that little 20K, add it to the big
definitely.
So before you know it, I've spent a lot of money on this already, and getting the lights, getting the venue, getting the the way it is. red carpet and all those stuff.
Everything
put together is very, very expensive. And a lot of people have made promises like, I'm going to support you. Although those promises have not started coming in. Some were coming, even from the diaspora. Some were coming in, even from the diaspora, from brethren that I never expected. They believed and they keyed into it, and they're like, Pastor, please send us to
this should have been in Assumption since a very long time.
And they were supporting. But nevertheless, we are still some few bridges to cross. We still need support in terms of food, in terms of lighting, in terms of the red carpets. We still need support to pick up some of our brochures and materials, and we still need support.
I'm particular about the award categories.
Okay.
Yeah, because all this I believe is going to fall into place. Everything is going to be sorted out, because there is no way you're working for God and you're giving back to people who have satisfied human souls. So definitely this is a blessing and a success already. Now the category of these awards, how do you coin them? How do you carve them out? Do you have a team working on you, or you just sit down and feel like, okay, this person deserves this? Let's take us on that journey.
Of course, there are two categories to this. In total, we have 28 people that we are giving out awards.
Okay.
28. So
28 awardees.
So it was segmented into 3. We have some that are honorary awardees.
Okay.
Felt these are deserving. They have paid their dues.
Okay.
They have done their bit to promote the gospel music in Osun State. So we coined they are like about 11 of them.
Honorary
awardees. So that's number 1.
Okay.
And these are awardees that are famous. Notable names.
Okay.
Already. That's the first category. The second category is the awardees that are by vote.
Okay.
So far so good on our website, because we have to create a website for this. On our website, we've had almost 3,000 votes coming in already for the award. People are voting.
Is the voting process still on?
No, it ended by January 31st.
Okay.
So that we can have time to print the awards
and collate them.
Put them together. So we have a team, of course. We have a committee made up of, experienced gospel ministers. We have members from Fogman, that is our Fellowship of Gospel Music Ministers. We have members of Goman, that is Gospel Music Association of Nigeria. We even have from PMAN, because there is a particular category there that is called the Best Gospel Entertainment category. Now, when you look at that category, it comprises of people that are Christians, but they are doing secular job. Because you don't push them out and say, look, because you don't sing gospel song, you
are not a part of us.
You are not a part of us. So PMAN, they are part of us. They are also doing, a lot of them are Christians. People like Most Precious, people like Bob Shalom, people like PSV Band, and they are in that category, for the Best Gospel Entertainment Award. You understand? So we have PMAN, represented in that aspect. We have other notable gospel ministers, experienced, in Osun State, that are also part. Then we have advisory council. We have advisory body. One of our advisory committee member is Dr. Mrs. Temitayo Felix Owolabi.
Okay.
She's actually one of our matron, and the wife of the governor, Ngozi Adeleke. She has been of tremendous support thus far in counsel, in good support here and there to us. So they give us like, why don't you put it this way? Why don't you do it this way? So in all this, we were able to collate together these 28 awardees. Different categories, the honorary category, the voting categories. Then we now have one that is like the philanthropist category.
Okay.
Where we are honoring some outstanding philanthropists, people like Honorable Bamidele Salam, who will always be willing to come on any gospel platform anytime that it is being done. In fact, the last time we were speaking, she said, please remind me up until the morning of the show, so that as I'm closing from church, I'm coming for that program. People like Dr. Femi Adifila that are giving us platforms both on radio and television.
Fair enough.
To propagate the spread of the gospel of God. People like Dr. Fikayo Ben. One of the things that Dr. Fikayo Benson will be doing for us, that is the chairman of Benson Adeyemi Foundation. On that day, he will be having a free medical team. That will be on standby on that day to give free medical assistance in a lot of areas to people for free, and they'll be on standby for that day. And we've had resources of people like Dr. Mr. Felix the chairman of Richest Chicken. On that day, apart from the fact that he's giving us some materials, which I might not be mentioning here, but he's also coming in on that day, preparing barbecue and chicken.
Yeah, just for that day,
just
to
that
feed
day.
people.
So
that is actually some extension of love.
You understand? So by the grace of God, we've had people, we have them in another category like that, as philanthropists coming in to support us, you know, and so we're also giving them award.
All right. Well, so far it has been an insightful conversation.
Honestly, and I'm looking forward to Oshun Gospel Music Awards.
It's taking place on February 23rd. Let's quickly state that.
Okay.
It's taking place on February 23rd, 2025. That is next Sunday.
That is next week Sunday.
Yes, next week Sunday by 12 o'clock. It's going to be like an 8-hour program. You know, we are going to be giving out awards. We are going to also be having concerts, enjoying ourselves. All these big artists that we've been seeing on TV all this while, you'll be seeing them live.
Can we hear what that program will actually feature?
Yeah.
I mean, what's going to happen that day? What should people look for?
On February 23rd, 2025, by 12 p.m. the program is starting.
Okay.
2 hours, marathon praise, back to back, 2 o'clock.
Oh Lord.
By then, all our guests are expected to have been on seat, and immediately that we commence the program, we give out the honorary category award to people first. And one good thing is that as these people are receiving the award, they are also going to be ministering their favorite songs.
Oh, that's beautiful. That just gave me awe.
We have a live DJ. We have a live DJ that has the list of all these songs already. We have a standing band. Somebody also gave us Adire, for all our band. All our band gave us 40 yards of Adire for all our bands. So we have a standing band for all our artists. And all of them, as they're receiving the award, they'll also be ministering their song back to back.
Yeah.
We will also be having the voting categories. We said we are not going to be releasing it yet until that day.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them will be getting to know on that day for the first time. So back to back until the evening after the whole award has been given. Then we have another category for choir, best gospel choir in Osun State. We have different churches, 9 churches, nominated for this. And on that day, all those churches will also be ministering in songs, and we are going to be declaring a winner.
Wow. Okay.
That's beautiful.
2020. We are ready. We are ready to go. So, is there any way? I mean, should in case anyone is watching this and wants to just tap into this glory,
maybe for sponsorship, or has it closed?
It has not closed. My dear.
So
it has not even up until the money of the
So because of the warmth of our time, we just drop.
We have a Zenith Bank account.
Okay.
2176912660.
Okay.
Let me take it again. 2176912660. 2176912660. Zenith Bank account.
Okay.
Alaka. You can support us through that, and they can also call us on.
Please, very important. You can always drop your number.
07036297983. That's WhatsApp. 07036297983. You can also reach us there.
That is it about that with our first guest, Pastor Kayode Alaka, who is ready and getting ready to give back to the state and the country. It is also a celebration of love, whether you like it or not. He's bringing in gospel artists all from far and wide to rep and to give back. So it has been a beautiful time speaking with you, Pastor Alaka. It's well done, and we already know it is a success.
Amen.
Okay. Hope you're having a good time. It is still Spring Delight on Western Spring Television 190 DTT. We are going to go on a short break, and when we get back, we have our second guest seated. It is still the season of love. Don't go nowhere.
Where would you rather be on the 23rd of February 2025? Ocean Gospel Music Awards and Concerts, of course. Join us for the biggest gospel award event in Osun State, Ogma 2025, as we celebrate our favorite gospel artists, Evangelist Dr. Bolare, BC Alawiye, Elijah Akintude, Tope Olutokun, Big Bolaji, Woliagba, Elder Niyi Fadipe, Toyosi Akenya, Oyedamola Adejumo, Ayibiowu, J. Maiki, Toluwani Saints, Folaiden, and other gospel ministers. Special recognition of the day goes to Her Excellency Erelu Ngozi Adeleke, wife of the Governor of Osun State, Bishop Mike Bamidele, Bishop Felix Owolabi, and Dr. Temitayo Owolabi, Pastor Olutumbi Matthew, Reverend Moses Ade Babajide, Honorable Bamidele Salam, Dr. Fikayo Benson, Dr. Femi Adefila, and many other dignitaries. Ogma 2025 will take place on the 23rd of February 2025 at Faith Triumph Cathedral, Bishop Felix Owolabi University, behind Galaxy Hotel and Suite, West Bypass, Ring Road area, Oshogbo, by 12 p.m. noon. Osun Gospel Music Awards is hosted by Pastor Kayode Alaka. Ogma 2025, celebrating gospel excellence. Don't miss it.
Yeva. Welcome back to Spring Delight on Western Spring Television 190 DTT. We are having a good time. Ajijola, you having a good time?
Yes, I am.
I feel like taking you out after the show, you know, like just take you out of Valentine. Are you up for it?
Yes, I am.
I kind of have a feeling like we might not align when we are outside.
You might not what?
Align. I kind of think I will align more with imprint.
Really? Why?
I don't know, but I don't want to talk about that here. Okay, we have Pastor Alaka who is preparing for the Osun Gospel Music Awards and Concerts here in the state of Osun. You know, it is definitely going to be a big one. You just got to be a part of it for next week, Sunday. And right now we have our second guest well seated. He is a household name here in the state of Osun and Nigeria and upwards to diaspora. He left Nigeria, he left the state of Osun to the UK, if I'm right about that. He's going to confirm that because I've never traveled before. He's traveled, so he can tell me where he is particularly. His name is MC Diouf. That is what we popularly call him here. And he is a stand-up comedian. He's a content creator. He's a master of ceremony. There is a whole lot of accolades that is associated with his name. Yeah. And we brought him all the way from diaspora just for Spring Delight. And we want to talk about Valentine's and how you MC on a Valentine. I don't know, did I coin that well? Can you help me out there, Ajijola?
Yeah.
You know, how you MC on for Valentine.
Special.
Your job is actually quite tedious. Because imagine me MCing on a Valentine, which I won't talk as a wedding has to come to love.
Like they have to work specifically with the theme of the event. If it's gospel, they're gospel. If it's at the club, they're club.
The one who brought for the other guest, the celebrity Alaka or Iduro and all. Do you know what he has to do, like to get get acquainted to every state? Anyway, without much further ado, we have MC Diouf. Diouf, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Oh, he's so fresh. Diouf, this is not. I wish we can have. I don't know, my producer. Can we have a throwback of Diouf before he left this country?
I didn't live in it. It's a prank. Oh, okay. I live in Idwashu.
You live where?
That was a prank. A lot of people thought I live outside country. I live in Idwashu.
Idwashu.
Really?
So what happened? So how come you have a fresher skin? And tell me about that.
It's a filter. It's a Snapchat filter.
Okay, so right now you're a walk of filter. Diouf, is good to have you.
Same here. Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm good, good.
Happy Valentine's period.
I have to send that.
Yeah. It sounded like a cough.
To you.
I'm not enjoying it. It sounded like a cough. Just say same to you.
Okay, same to you. It's same to you now.
Okay, but back to send that, it does not sound very good to me.
Okay, it sounds like, okay.
And you look very good.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you.
Back here. I'm happy.
When did you get back? Let me just throw this at you.
I came back last night.
How come you don't have a foreign accent yet? I expect like by now you're sounding like...
I'm a typical Osun boy.
So
I'm proudly Osun everywhere I go.
So how come some people travel in like a year and they come back and give us an accent? How do they do that?
I don't know, but to me, I've never eaten British food before. I'm a typical Osun boy. I don't joke with Osun State.
Diouf,
yeah.
how long have you been into this MC business?
I should say Professionally,
Professionally.
about 19 years now. Yeah.
That's a lot.
You're going to be celebrating like 2 decades in no time.
Yes. Professionally, 19 years.
So unprofessionally?
About 26 years now.
Wow.
25 years. I've been doing this when I was in school. I would say this. I used entertainment money to send myself to school. You know, in the sense that whereby I always say this. I don't want to go astray. Do all this.
Whatever they do, dubious things. Yeah.
A lot of colleagues when we were in school, my friends, we intimidate. I prefer to have this peace of mind. I was seeing the advert of this Onidamala Juma.
Yeah.
It was a time we used to have a concert when I was in school. She has a group, Oratorio. I was one of the, remember that I used to anchor events and all that when I was in school. So I started from school. I used to play musical instruments.
What was that?
I play guitar. I play guitar perfectly. I play bass and lead guitar perfectly.
Beautiful.
I was once a choir member.
Are you? Once?
Yeah.
So what happened?
No, life happened. I mean, money happened.
It's not money.
So what happened?
It's just
life too.
You have to move to another stage in
another level.
Yeah.
Another level. Okay, I want to know, how do you build yourself professionally every time? How have you managed to stay relevant after all these years?
One thing I just believe is, firstly, you just have to have this originality in you.
First.
Yeah, that's one thing about you. Your brand, let it be unique. Wherever you go, wherever they will say, what about this guy that used to do this, that used to do that? People will say, is he basketball? Is he this? No. The guy that used to do this, they will mention.
They should know you for something. A niche.
Yeah. So sincerely, it has not been easy. But take it or you leave it. If you can focus on that, a lot of people will just be after. Okay. There was a time when I started comedy, I brought comedy into this state. I would say into Osho State. When I started my first show, big thanks to the CEO of this company.
Okay, Dr. Femi.
And the former deputy governor of Osho State.
Okay.
My first crowd, it was one hotel, one event all along. I don't want to mention the brand.
Okay.
My first show, we had 37 guests.
You had just 37 audience?
Yes, 37.
Your first show?
My first show.
Thank you for opening parts for people like us.
Are you comedian?
No, I know what I'm talking about.
Don't do that joke. Don't do that business.
No. I know what I'm talking about, because if your first audience can be 37 and people can have their first shows now and have hundreds of persons,
exactly.
You have worked to get there.
Though thank God for that. After that, we started having crowds. Then my show is always Easter Monday. It's the brand. Everybody knows that MC Diouf or Shumo Slav is also Easter Monday. So whereby a lot of people come and all that. So a lot of people don't have anywhere to go on Easter Monday. All these picnic activities, they always come for my shows.
Yeah.
But you just have to work hard. I started, it's a matter of being consistent. That really helps a lot. That really helps me about, So comedy business is not a joke.
I do understand.
Well, this is your profession. You see many people waking up and wanting to be a master of ceremony.
Yeah.
Everywhere you turn. But we should ask you, as someone who has been there for almost 2 decades,
almost,
what are those things that you see in the profession and you really value? And what are those things that you see now that some up-and-coming master of ceremonies practice that hurts you, that really makes you feel sad for the future of MCing in Nigeria?
First and foremost, I would say what I really value most is being original. What made me go mad about, got angry and got sad about when I see colleagues, people that are just starting, did this kind of business, cracking somebody else's material.
Okay.
Cracking somebody else's jokes. It's someone else's material. You are selling a car, me coming to your car lot and pick up your car and say, I'm the owner, I'm selling this to you. You feel bad. I gave you the car to go and say, and you be saying I'm the owner of this car.
Okay.
So you have to do research on your own, create your own jokes.
Do
a lot of comedians nowadays, you just steal a joke and go to a show, and crack somebody else's joke. Whenever I go to shows like that and somebody is performing, I used to do that before, but I say, okay, this guy needs to be to sit down and talk to. You don't have to. You can do this yourself. When I left Nigeria, I discovered that jokes that I crack in Nigeria are not meant for
are not meant for the foreign land.
Okay, so then
I had
how
to
do
see
you
that.
survive?
There was a time when I went, a lot of top comedians, my senior colleagues, back when he saw me, that was 2023. When he heard about my first performance in London, he now invited me, okay, you're going to be on my UK. I was supposed to be in his show in Manchester 2 days ago.
Okay.
Friday, yesterday. But he called me so late, I told him that I would be in Nigeria by that time. So he had to look for another alternative to bring him from Nigeria as well. You know, we were 3 that did his UK tour, myself, Buchin, and Basketball.
Wow.
Well, after my performance, he tried to encourage me. He took me to all these British comedy club. He said, "You want me to perform here?" I said, boss, can I just watch for now? You know, jokes that you crack for Imbo is different from jokes that you crack
Definitely,
for They don't laugh. Something that is funny to them is not funny to us. Something that is funny to you might not be funny to them. So I said, boss, let me just watch them. He said, "You don't fear? Are you scared or something like that?" I said, "No, I just want to study them."
Down.
I watched the first time. He told them he won't be around the second time that they should call me. The guy called me. I said, I want to come and watch again, to observe again. The third time, I performed. And I said, wow. He even called me by himself. "Oh, I say you go perform." Just yes, sir. Baba, you try. Why you don't call the fear for the first time? I want to study what is
You
funny
want to study
them.
your audience.
Yeah, I want to study the audience. What is funny to them? You know, it's not about you get one day, one man fall for chair in Nigeria will be funny, but it's not funny to them. So I have to be using stores around them. But in UK, what they do mostly, you can't just drive anyhow. You can't just park anyhow. They give you tickets if you drive wrongly and all that. If you drive through somewhere, they're going to snap. There's this camera everywhere. In fact, camera are plenty past the citizens. Yeah. So you're going to sell you stuff. So I used all those stores to create my own material and perform. I was on a joke for 30 minutes on the stage. So if you can do that, I'm sure sky is the limit. A lot of people, I have some comedians in this ocean. I always tell them whenever we speak on phone or chat, the guy come. Everywhere in the world I can see it. Oshun has a lot of talent. Everywhere in the world. I heard about some show that he had a couple of weeks ago, show comedy festival or something.
Yeah.
Government in this state doesn't appreciate their brand, their Osho talent. I will say this.
Okay, hold on that thought, MC Diouf. Government don't appreciate the talent we're having here. That is where you stopped. We have a bit of your material and we want the viewers to watch it. And when we get back, we still got MC Diouf well seated. Don't go nowhere.
Come on for the body, know the breathe. Put on your shoe, make it stand that teeth. All your sorrow, make it dance them free. If you know be kalala, yeah. If you know be kalala, get them poochie. One my joke, ijogo, what you want, my jojo, ijogo, when you my jogo, and if you know be kalala, get them poochie. Odupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming. Only a little more. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming. Dupa, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming. Only a little boy. Up on never. Do what you wanna do. I want to be shining all day. Yeah. Do me get it, do me tender. I want to live for the world. Yeah. It's in a meeting, take it easy. Got this on cruise, my cheese. You spoke on for the days. Come on for the body, know the breathe. Put on your shoe, make it stand that teeth. All your sorrow, make it dance them free. If you know be kalala, yeah. If you know be kalala, get them poochie. One man jogo, ijogo, What you want, my jojo? Ijo, yeah, when you my jojo, yeah. And if you need a girl, I like to get the Gucci. But do bad, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Do bad, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming. Only a little more. Do bad, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Do bad, Olua, yeah. Joy is coming. Only a little more.
You know, I noticed one thing about UK. System works here. You know, back in my country, I noticed that any small thing, they will come like, wow. Until everybody just, even if there is traffic, everybody will give way. Wow, everybody will clear road. But in Nigeria, in Lagos, wow. The person when they go inside the ambulance, now go come down inside traffic with drink for your hand. Please, man, not let me die now. Give way. I went to Nigeria 4 months ago to go and anchor a wedding on Saturday at the found UK returning in Lagos, Ikeja. Ambulance they shout, wow. We suit and they try going there. I had to park to clear a plane. Let's save a life. Let's do the way they do for UK. We allowed the ambulance pass. The driver even do like this, thumbs up. When I go to the event center where I want to go do MC, now the ambulance are me here. Now he carry the long fries when they want share for party. Nigeria!
Welcome back. The program is still Spring Delight on Western Spring Television 190 DTT, and we still have our guest, well-seated MC Diouf, who took entertainment, who took MCing, who took comedy, who took it all the way from Nigeria to the UK. MC Diouf, how you doing?
I'm all right.
You still having a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were saying something. You were saying the government they don't appreciate.
They don't appreciate talent in the show.
Enough
They
or
they
at
don't
all?
appreciate at all.
How so?
You know, I heard about the show they had. I don't want to mention. They had. They said a show Kineko Festival.
Okay.
They brought outsider to come and perform, claiming that a lot of people can do better, even more than those people that they brought outside the states. A lot. I've experienced that. There was a time I was shedding tears. We were here whenever they need you for free jobs, free shows, they will call you. But whenever they have something bigger, they will not call you. They will go to Lagos and bring. But I love what about your state. I was born and brought up in Oyo State. Every December, if you're upcoming artist doing music, comedy, or dance, at least you must have small, little amount, as in a token from the government. Because they used to have countdown, or your countdown.
Yeah, okay.
They used to have it for about 30 days in December. Every artist in your state, in Ashmont, you register. I was there. I performed because I was born and brought. I still live in Ibadan.
Okay.
I can still say that because I was born and brought up in Ibadan.
Okay.
At least in that 30
But you
months,
made your name here in the state
yeah,
of Osun.
I can't joke with Osun. Everywhere I go to Osun to the world, I met this popular Fuji musician. Say, me in Maleko, sir. I'm not staying in Lagos. Sir. I live in Osun State. K1, but I swear in there. Boy, no, I wasn't living in Lagos, sir. I live in Osun.
Yeah.
Osogbo.
Yeah.
Even mechanic in Osun State are professional than elsewhere. The other mechanic elsewhere rather.
In any other states.
I can say it boldly. We are so perfect. I was telling my guy that brought me here, if my car had issues, I would rather tow it down to Osogbo
than trust any other person with your car in any
but we don't appreciate ourselves here. You know, government always want to. A lot of people are they are discouraged about this. A lot of comedians. Let me go to my own life.
Yeah.
A lot of comedians. There's an artist here. He has to move to Lagos before they appreciate him. You know the person I'm talking about?
Okay.
He's a professional artist, Papi Wheezy.
Okay.
They will not call him for bigger show. They will not pay him well. Just because, but they appreciate him. Talk about Terry G, the video, everybody. They know him in Lagos. They appreciate him. You have to move down there so people can be calling him home to appreciate him. So you just have to, if you are doing this, government doesn't know that all these things can bring revenue. Comedians are having sponsors. They're having bigger shows. See, there was a time I had a show in Osun here. I paid more than 80% of the all. I told them I'm going to pay them balance.
At the end of the show?
They didn't allow me. They didn't open all. The show was supposed to start by 2 p.m. They didn't open the event all. The manager of the event hall was my friend. The CEO said he told the security that if they see any of the staff there, they should inform her that they're going to sack such a person.
Like you were not allowed?
Yeah, I had to go and use my car.
To stand as a collateral?
No, there's a place in somewhere in the Shogbe. We use your property to borrow. However, they will do juju to you so that you will not see the money. I use my car to borrow the amount to pay for the balance of it because the decorators are outside and we are supposed to start 12:30. We are supposed to start the show by 2 p.m. The Easter Monday shows that I used to do, decorators were outside, sound people, cameramen were outside.
You were just waiting for the door to open.
So I had to go and use my car. People were saying, are you sure?
Now, hold on that thought, MC Diouf. Now, talking about how you've been treated or how it has been like the foundational, the beginning for you before you became what you are today. And when you took it all the way from here to the diaspora, I mean, you're just giving me a scenario of what you had to go through where you guys were practically locked out, you know, just because you hadn't paid all your dues. Now, when you took entertainment, this comedy, when you took it over there to the UK, how was it? Did it feel somewhat different? Were you, I mean, are you feeling the way you're feeling right now about your fatherland compared to when you took it out of the country?
Sincerely, whenever I have shows in Nigeria, I think twice. Sometimes I will extra bill them so they will leave me and they will say they were ready to pay.
Okay.
Because there, it pays me a lot.
It took another dimension.
Another dimension. You know, I won't lie to you. You know, back in the UK there, they pay for talent. Talent works there than I'm a banker. I had PhD in this. Talent and work works more than going to school. More than using I'm a chartered accountant and all that. So whenever I have shows there, I would think, back in Nigeria, a lot of people say, I've been seeing social media say, abroad, it's not easy. Tax will finish them. Now I have my company in the UK now. I can bring.
I will want to talk about that.
I can bring people in for shows. I can give some people sponsorship to come down for shows. We'll be having UK tour for the Stocker this April. So, you know, it's easier there and it's more profitable there than here. Because here, they will pay you a token. They will say they want you to do, they will pay you for one job. They want you to work for 3 events. At the same time, there, they will pay, okay, am I coming to do wedding MC? Yes. Okay, am I doing the after party? Yes. Okay, you're paying for this for wedding. You're paying for wedding MC. You're paying for this after party. Okay, how much is it together? You do the invoice, they pay. But yeah, they want you to do, if it's possible for them, they want you to go and lay the bed for the couple for a token.
Oh my goodness. Now, talking about your brand.
Yeah.
What's the name of your brand and when did you come about this and why?
Yeah, my name is MC Diouf.
Yes.
I use MC Diouf Concept and Entertainment.
Okay.
But back in UK, now I have a brand, I have a manager, a management. So I register my company there with Tyne Rebet Limited.
Tyne Rebet?
Tyne, Tyne.
Okay, Tyne
Rebet Limited. So, you know, there, the brand actually, everywhere, you know, this Kolobo head. That guy, where they buy head, where they do Kolobo head. You know, the brand and the kind of jokes I do, I always engage audience. The jokes I do, it's about you yourself, you think about it. There was a time I cracked a joke at an event. The joke went like this way. I said, when I was in secondary school, I was so stubborn, you know, compared to you in secondary school and abroad. I was so stubborn to the extent whereby there was a time I stole our principal face cap. Principal find the face cap, find out I don't see her. He find out I don't see her. Now he pass the principal, I call PTA meeting the next day. Now my papa, the face cap, my papa.
Oh my goodness.
You know, you have to create something, sit down,
And they can
do,
relate
you know,
to it.
your brand is your materials. There's a joke that I used to crack about churches. Everybody knows that that guy go use ABC to Z and name the name of churches like that. You know, is your brand. Let people know. Some people will crack it and say, that one a joke, Diouf joke now. If I crack a joke, you get one day, let me say, if it's that
You know
joke
who it
now.
is.
So you just have to be original about your brand.
Well, let's talk about your brand now and your projects. You have projects lined
Yeah.
up. Let's hear them.
My brand,
Time.
Rebirth
Rebirth.
Limited,
Yes.
is about entertainment. But I don't want it to be obvious that entertainment alone. Because I do some plannings too, event plannings too. You know,
Okay.
back in UK, a lot of people believe that you can't do this, you can only do MC Nigeria. Where would they plan show for Nigeria?
I did tell
If
you.
you plan your wedding,
Normally, fair enough.
when I was doing my wedding, I did my event planner by myself. A couple of years ago, that was 2019 when I got married. I did it by myself, no flop, because I did it the way I used to do show. You plan ahead. Like show now, you always pay for as soon as you pay for the event, or be planning ahead, so that on the day of the show,
You know there has to be sound
Yeah.
here. There has to be a light man here.
on my show, the sound will be set a day to
Ahead.
a day to the show. Like there was a time my stage screen, we always have this stage screen. They came in late. I was saying immediately, see, no hotel room for you. Need to set now. After the setting, you cannot go to the hotel and bath. I want to see. People are saying, go and change, go and do. No, I want to watch it myself.
Let me be sure it's working.
Because you also have to put this. If you are just, I don't know how to put it. You just have to be consistent and make sure everything is intact. But that alone can spoil your brand.